Finally! The Stanley Parable 2! I've been waiting my whole life for this. My office. What is this? I hate undays. I hate undays. I hate every days. That's not doing anything.
All of
Hello?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Get well someday? Is that about me?
No matter
Hello?
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What's this? I don't see nobody. What about this door? Hello? Hi!
Please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Achievement?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
Really?
50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certain.
50 clicks?
50 clicks.
Yeah, I'm good at clicking. I know how. I'm good at, clicking it all night long, baby. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment. A willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Yeah.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door
all the
number
way.
417?
All the way. Let's go. All the way. Ah! I'm too tired for this. I can't do this anymore. Let's go. Screw that achievement. I don't need achievements. Who needs achievements? Oh, bucket. Can I take it?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I love the bucket. The bucket is life. The bucket is everything. No, I don't need to look at porn today. That's what I got the bucket for. The bucket will please all my needs. I mean, yeah, there's fizzy, but the bucket! The bucket. The bucket is everything. Left, right, check.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Got my bucket and my chest. That's a check. Trust the completionist instinct. Really? What we know, small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. How can you tell you spotted an agenda? What makes them float in the air? Who took pictures of them? Who took pictures of... Good luck.
Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that,
No.
can't you?
No. This is my bucket.
It's as
My
clear
bucket,
as day. This
motherfucker.
broom
We're
closet
keeping the
came
bucket.
to a
We're
staircase.
keeping the bucket. This is
Stanley
mine.
and the bucket
Mine.
went upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah. Let's go tell our boss about our love. Hey, boss man? Oh, boss man.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
Ooh.
Stanley things. What about Stanlerines?
Oh, yeah,
I
Stanlerines.
like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
What about gyms? Mr. Elon?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yeah, I don't think there
Crushed
was
by
any
the
human
weight of
life in this
revelation,
office.
Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Yes.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. 2845. Hey, 5.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket
This is
guiding
good.
him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
What is going on here? Why do I feel like this deja vu? Oh, this doesn't bode well. Am I in the back rooms?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Yeah, everything will be fine. It'll be fine, Bucket. We're fine. Sure, we're
Stanley and the
naked,
bucket
but...
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
No. Nope. I'm gonna go to the escape. I'm gonna go to my
Although
fate.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Should we... Which seems better, Bucket? Violent death or mind control?
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. We're gonna accept our fate.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death.
That's right, Bucket. It's better to die than be a cog. Let's go. Let's become... What's down there? Oh, it's... Should we? Can you go first? Oh, no! No, I want you to go first, Bucket! Oh. What? I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm free. Yes. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion
Ooh,
and
can
Stanley
I?
and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned
No,
out to
the
be.
bucket provided me happiness
It
and
puts
joy.
the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket
Wait. I think I can do it.
Farewell,
I
Stanley.
think I can do it. I can do it. I can... They won't crush.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
No! No! Huh? Thanks, big boob lady, or whoever you are. The Stanley Parable.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
Yeah.
It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Poor Bucket. Poor Bucket. I'm not even dressed for the occasion. Let me fix that. The Bucket welcome you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like the bucket itself, the human mind is frequently emptied within a carnivorous void, but use the exhibit in front of you. The mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. I don't even know these words. Knowledge of the bucket and the knowledge, it's not history, is the only true knowledge that we have. Will you take what you learned here with you out into the world? You remind them of the bucket. Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the life of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, ignorant and in darkness? You'll never understand. This bucket meant everything to
See
me.
how arrogant it was for
was my
Stanley to take a
first
bucket
act.
like this and to claim it for his own. Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
At least the bucket didn't die a virgin. And that makes me happy. Oh, bucket. Bucket. Inferno bucket, the replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of all of it, the simple fact remains. No one can control the bucket. Yes, back in the days. When I was younger. That's right. When phones were still bricks. There was one mighty and amazing bucket. He stood above us all. We worshipped him. We called him Sony.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
I did! I kneeled to that bucket just like Kanye with his cousin. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between the bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that you can always route to reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Can I? Oh well. Bucket, I'm gonna join you. Am I dead already?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die.
No!
Let him be crushed.
No, I don't want to die!
Don't reset the
I don't want to die!
Don't give him another opportunity
No,
to run
no,
with
no, no,
another
bucket!
beautiful
No,
bucket.
no,
We can
bucket!
save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools
Bucket!
and implements if only we let Stanley die.
No!
Together.
I don't wanna!
We shall take its
I don't wanna!
as commander
I don't wanna!
of the world.